actually say, I told the selection committee that we'll also have to wait and see about the fairness of the process. If we believe the process is fair, yes, we will. If we believe the process is not fair, then obviously we'll have to advise ourselves on the way forward.
Do you have any message for the UDP, how to come together as one umbrella and the Gambia?
Well, for the UDP, yes. Obviously, 11 candidates applied. Now, the strengths of the candidates are different. Others have a lot of following, some have no following. Yes, some doesn't even have 1,000 people behind them. So obviously, yes. So what I can say is, the process itself, 11 candidates vying for one position, it is going to trigger dispute and conflict. That is a likely outcome. But if the process is fair, obviously we can talk to each other and address those issues. Yes, and how we approach the election campaign, how we invite everybody under the big tent, and at the end of the process, if a UDP candidate is elected president, then obviously you have to think carefully about the people who participated in this process. Yes, you cannot take positions and give them to outsiders, unless, of course, if you don't have those skills within the UDP. The country belongs to all of us. The former British Prime Minister, John, I forgot the second name, but what he said, they want all the, not Major, he's the one who succeeded Tony Blair. Yes, he said they want all the talents of the United Kingdom under one tent in his government. Yes, so you are going to bring people who are not part of your party, but who really, have talents and skills that can help the UDP government take this country to the next level. Because this country really didn't move anywhere from 1965. Yeah, especially in the area of governance. If it moved, the rampant corruption that is now a feature of public affairs in this country would have been sorted out a long time ago. The reason why we didn't go anywhere is because of our attitude to public funds. You think, oh, it does not affect anybody. It does not affect anybody. I can steal $1 million, develop my family and let the country go to hell. How can that be possible? You allow one person to steal $10 million, and we have hospitals and schools where children, don't have access to the necessary school materials or to the necessary medication. We can provide medication for everybody in this country if we manage the natural resources properly. There's no doubt in my mind about that. We can make our school children be among the very finest in the world. So what I want is to ensure that in the area of health, whatever access to health resources the president has, everybody in this country should be able to have it. We have the resources. Whatever schools the president's children has access to, everybody's child must have access to. You can be in my home community in Gunju and attend school there, schools that are as good as Marina or better than them. The government can do that. That is what is happening in the United Kingdom, the country where I lived for the past 25, 26 years. So I know it is doable. Yes, the UK is a rich country, but here, the riches of the country are being stolen by very, very, very few people. Yeah, they send their children on holidays, themselves on holidays, when public facilities are rotting all over the country. I believe this is why people like me are in politics. Otherwise, I have no reason to be in politics.
What did you make out of the photo that your brother requested, that the two Darboes?
No, that was fantastic. I'm very pleased about the questions they asked were fair questions.
Where do you want to lead the United Democratic Party?
No, I'm not applying to lead the United Democratic Party. Let's clarify that point. What we are doing is not a leadership issue. It is a flag bearer issue. that is leading the party into the 2026 presidential elections. As a party leader, that position is not up for contest. What we are applying for is the flag bearer position.
What opted you to apply for flag bearer?
Well, I am a member of the UDP. I believe I have the credentials, the education, the experience, the overall background to be able to take this country to where no president, from the first President Dawda to President Barrow, ever took it. I believe I'm more able than all of those people.
And if we may ask these questions, there was a time you talked about the selection process, and we wanted to know what was the problem you are talking about, that is to dissent your citizenship. What makes you to come back again? What is clear to make you to go forward?
Well, when I raised that issue, I am a British citizen. Yes, I never hide that. I was always upfront about that. The president offered me, Barrow, the position of Minister of Interior in 2017, December. I didn't take it because I know that the Constitution does not allow to be a minister as a dual national. Yes, so I'm not going to mislead anybody about my dual nationality. I am willing to renounce my dual nationality for the post of president alone, not minister. I'll not do it for minister, yes. But the post of president of the republic, applying for the presidency, obviously, yes, that is weighty enough for me to apply to renounce my British citizenship, and I'm willing to do that. Now, about that issue, maybe it was a miscommunication in the advertisement. They said, I must come here with proof, or candidates must come here with proof that they have renounced their dual nationalities, their other nationalities, if they have them. Well, this process was opened on the 17th of August. I couldn't do that. Two weeks is not long enough. As a British citizen, if I want to renounce my citizenship, it will take about, at the very least, 2.5 to 3 months. I couldn't do that. So that was why I raised that issue. But in any case, that is not required for now. That is a constitutional provision. The UDP's internal processes shouldn't come into play when we are dealing with issues of dual nationality. You tell the person, if we take you, you must renounce your other citizenship. And I was willing to do that. The second one was, in 2021, I applied to be the UDP flag bearer, but I was not even called for an interview. I believe that was unfair. Yes, that was totally unfair. It was 4 of us. They just took the position and gave it to the party leader. You know, I believe that is absolutely unfair. Say, take you, Cameroon, as an example. If you and your 10-month-old brother are sharing your father's estate, it doesn't matter that you can be his father. It doesn't matter that it is you who will be responsible for that child until he reaches adulthood. According to the Islamic law, you all have the same say. So I believe, regardless of your position in the party, everybody, if you are a member of a party, are entitled to the same rights, to the same privileges, to the same responsibilities.